The time is now. Join the Wheeling Miners on July 6th as they take on the Peach State Cats for the AAL2 Championship Bowl. Be a part of history as the Miners look to finish off their undefeated season at West Banco Arena. One more game is all it takes. Miners, Cats, kickoff 7 p.m. Get your tickets online at GoWVMiners.com.
We still good. How we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, technology. You got to love technology. Welcome to another edition of Through the Wire. We're here live at River City.
Where's the title of the show at?
What are you talking about?
I want to make sure the title of the show is up there, like, of this episode.
Well, you speak the title of the show.
Episode 20. Awards Banquet. Team Awards Banquet, I think I put, right? Hell, I don't even know what the hell I put. Teams Award Banquet. Peach State No Show. We'll discuss that, what that means here as we come along with the show.
Well, as you know, this is the first time that we're all together. I'm usually in Jacksonville. Thank you to Chris Duffy and the ownership group here in Wheeling and taking me up here. Perfect flight. These guys have treated me well. Great event we had here tonight. Players were very energized. Coach Rez took a couple of shots at the QB. Even I think more shots at the QB in this show than he's gotten all season.
All season. Yeah.
So, I have to say I've been to view war banquets in the past. This is top notch. Like, this is epic. And it's because of you, Coach. It's because of Duffy, it's the ownership group, and it's because of the fans here in Wheeling.
Mm-hmm.
Guys have a great organization here growing, and we got a championship game Saturday. And then tomorrow then after that, it's previewing the National Arena League. So it's a transition period, and go figure, me and Jeff have the opportunity to cover this team next year. So it's been a great weekend so far, and we still got a title to win tomorrow night.
Yeah, not too shabby for a developmental team.
Not bad, yeah. But like
I said, though, we try to put everything together as if we were in one of the main leagues, like where we're going to. And if they say, like, always prepare for the next job above you, like, be ready for that if that's where you want to go. So, I've been there. Some of these guys haven't. I'm excited for our owner, our ownership group, and Chris Duffy. We won a championship back in 2018 in the AAL. So even then it was okay. It wasn't even one of the top leagues then, but it was okay. It was, decent competition, way better than it is what we're in now. But I'm excited for him to experience a real league like the NAL. You got the IFL and the NAL as the two main leagues in the country. And I'm thankful that we get a chance to be in one of them in the NAL.
Well, they're the two main leagues, and they also play their championship games in an actual arena.
Yeah, like our developmental team that we are, and playing in our own arena.
Yeah, West Banco Arena across the street.
Yeah, not far, right there.
Yeah. Is there a mall nearby? We can relocate to a mall.
Yeah.
We had a couple of awards. Of course, we know the two dudes of the team, Mason and Grant.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of other stories, especially a certain equipment manager that I've really never. Usually, when you see teams, they bash equipment managers. I've never seen a team celebrate that award, and especially you could tell. Well, he has history in the game. The team appreciation. What was that? How that story? Finding him, bringing him here, and him getting that award at the end of the show.
So It was brought to my attention that a gentleman that goes by the name of Sarge was interested in being our equipment manager. So, I'm like, okay, everywhere I've been, I've always done that stuff. I've done everything. Everyone gets on me too much because I try to do everything because I do. I have a certain way we want to do things, and when I can get people involved and on board and teach them certain things of how I want it, and then I can let it go and let them run with it. It's hard to find those people.
Yeah.
But when you do, you hold on to them. And our very first tryout, Sarge was there 2 hours before we even started, before I even met him, before I even know who he was in person, before he even knew who I was in person, was there waiting for us. One of our players called me and said, hey, there's this guy here, said that he's supposed to meet you here or something. I'm like, what? And sure enough, it was, Sarge. And I said, put him on the phone because we were on our way to from the hotel. We're in Triadelphia, right at the Highland Sports Complex. So like 5 minutes from there, like literally across the road, not far. And we were going to be there early already, an hour and a half early, but he was there before we were even going. So first of all, that was a plus for me, Then I found out he was a military guy. So, okay, check. For me, I know he's going to be early to be on time because that's what we tell the guys. If you're on time, you're late. If you're early, you're on time. And he for sure was early. He was early. And he asked me how I wanted a few things set up. We set it up, and he went and did it. I didn't say anything to him the rest of the workout. And everywhere I went to, when they do our timing stations, and then we go to our drills, and then we do our group, and then our Indy, and then Skelly, I didn't have to do anything. And that was the first time where I didn't have to worry about where the footballs are, where the cones are getting situated, where the bags are going, and where's the clipboards going, and all this stuff. And someone missing a timer or a stopwatch, he'd have one right back there. And I'm like, this could be pretty cool. So let's figure out what we got to do to get him on board.
It's your first one, you said.
Yeah, my first equipment manager.
And you've been around the sport, Carolina, Columbus, Harrisburg, Huntsville. That's very rare when you say, oh, your first equipment manager is here in Wheeling.
Yeah, well, the coaches that have been doing it for a long time, we get paid pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we also get paid pretty good because we make sure we do everything and we get all the pay for everything because we're the ones doing it. I learned that from a good friend of mine. We hadn't talked much since I decided not to go, but I still consider him my friend, and I don't have no grudges. I know he's going through a lot of stuff outside of football, but Coach Billy Back,
Tucson.
When I learned that he pays himself for the line item of the equipment manager, recruiter, blah, 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 on and on, and I'm like, well, no wonder he makes so much money when he's coaching at the places he goes. So that I started, taking that same approach and same mindset. I'm like, why not? Guys get mad because certain coaches make good pay. We make good pay because we do a lot of work. We do a lot of stuff. So, and we still do a lot of stuff. So it's tough because we got a lot of stuff going on. So it's busy.
And what you've done here is incredible because Wheeling 2 years ago was a city desperate for a football program or franchise.
Mm-hmm.
The previous organization promised their return and never came back.
Mm-hmm.
You and Duffy and the ownership group brought that. And it's pretty cool that you have individuals like Sarge that want to be a part of it because there's a market here in Wheeling that's waiting to explode because you can see all around the nation, Nashville, Tulsa, like they're recently new organizations and they're getting 10,000 fans in the building because they're new. And you can tell here Wheeling was very suspect. They're like, are they really here for the long haul? Is it really? And you can tell over the last couple of weeks, the attendance coming up. And that's because of you and Chris and the ownership group of putting these long hours and knowing that you might suffer losses early, but if you keep pushing forward, you'll have great benefits. And I know you understand that. There's a lot of people in this industry that have no idea. It's like, oh, we're going to make money instantly. No, it's not like that. That's hard work. That's dedication. And what you have done, especially with this event here, with the players and the owners and the families, that's what, 8 months? When was the first time we talked about you called, so you're coming back to Wheeling? Because I remember me and you had a conversation, you going to Tucson, and you're like, no, I'm going to Wheeling. When was that, like 9?
That was 10? That was in December.
So, yeah, that's a lot of work to get to this point.
Yeah. And I don't. Someone asked me, he was like, you don't. No one says much about you. Well, I don't do this for me.
No.
Like the stuff I do, like with Sarge, like tonight, like that's what I do this for. That's what excites me, and to put the smile on people's faces, and because this is their NFL. This is the players' NFL too.
Sure.
Like you want to be in the NFL, then you got to treat this like the NFL. It might not be the NFL, but you got to treat it like the NFL. And we try to do that and add as much as we can for the dudes. And I just, the more when you can change people's lives and give them a different viewpoint on stuff is different. I get the data boys. I get the good job, coach, this, that, and the other. And it's cool. My reward is to see everything come to fruition.
Which you are. You just see it today.
Yeah. And we're growing. We still got a long ways to go. I mean, we've done a lot of cool stuff. And I'm excited. What I'm most pumped up about is we ain't even scratched the surface of what we can do, from Jeff and them with the broadcast stuff and to the outside stuff and the mind line. Someone asked me, would you be willing to really make the mind line like a band, like add the horns and all that stuff? And I'm like, I mean, we're willing to do anything.
Yes, please.
So that would be pretty dope, to be able to have your own legit band. And you can always have the mind line because everyone has their drum line, percussion line on their team, their band. Right. So why can't we? Right. That's kind of how the mind line was formed. Why not us? Why can't we do that? Why not?
That'd be pretty cool to have actually a band in the arena. That would make a lot more noise than just regular.
Oh, for sure.
Like if you go to regular college football games, guaranteed down in West Virginia or in Pitt, the college bands is part of the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Just imagine that in a friendly confines.
And it could be cool because we could have our own. Maybe in the future we could have our own backyard brawl type stuff. We'll wait a couple more days and we'll figure something out about that. But there's a lot of cool stuff that we can do down the road, right? And we're excited about that. I mean, the growth of what we're doing. We're growing with downtown. Downtown, you're coming down here for the first time. You see all the traffic, but you're from Jacksonville, so you know all.
We're used to construction, but this is like construction on steroids, right?
Yeah, it's crazy, and they're not used to this stuff. So, you got a lot of people, but everyone can see where it's going, and within 2 to 3 years downtown here, Wheeling's gonna be booming. We're excited to be in that growth stage with them and grow, and we got big development going on downtown with a retail space and hotels and condos, and right across the street from the arena.
Yeah, literally behind us.
Yeah, I'm right across the street. And so I'm excited to see where it's gonna go. And we're going to be a part of it. And with the cool thing, and I mentioned it some earlier tonight, of bringing something that's cool like that to the Valley, right? Because they hadn't had anything like that since the Greyhounds, right? Playing in the original Intense Football League when it was the IFL in the very beginning, the Intense Football League.
When Omaha started it.
Yeah. And
that's
then
a long time ago.
It's a long time ago. Omaha played here.
Yeah.
They played in the building now. It's not what it was then. I mean, they've done a lot of changes and a lot of remodeling and
Sioux City as well.
Spent a lot of money. Sioux City, right?
Bandits?
Who is it that they said they played for the Bandits most recently? It was someone that was talking. It was someone that was talking. I can't remember who it was that said that they played for Sioux City. It was London. Andre London. It was in the podcast at the 4th of July celebration. I'm like, dang, he is old. It's been a long time. He don't think I heard him, but someone asked, "So you coaching yet?" And he said, "Not yet, not yet." Like trying to get my attention. And I'm like, "I hear you talking." He still can play. I mean, he played like 10 years in his game. I don't remember the last time he played those. Couple years for sure.
2020, I do believe.
Yeah, so quite a few years ago, and he's coaching college football now. He's a wide receiver coach here at Wheeling University. So that's the connection with him, with us, with him able to play. His good friend Mott Gaiman is the defensive coordinator for Wheeling University. So when I brought him on here with us with the Miners as the DC, that kind of made that easy for Dre to come on board. London knew who I was. I knew who he was, but we never actually like really met. And that's cool too for me with guys, because you either hate me or you love me. There is no in between. And I'm okay with that, because you're going to know what you're going to get from me, right? And it's cool. And it's cool when other players have heard certain things about how things are, or that guy ain't good, or he's favorite dude or he plays his favorites and this, that, and the third, because I've heard it all, trust me. But to see when they actually get to see and they say, you know what, that you're not what people said you are.
Oh,
You don't do the things that people said you do.
oh, trust me. I hear stuff. I'm like, you don't know Coach Rez. Like, where are you getting this from?
But there's a lot of people though too that might think I'm an arrogant a-hole or I'm just a straight a-hole. But because I just my military side, right? I don't like people in general. Like I don't. I just don't. So, but when you get to know me, you know that okay, he's pretty cool. He's a good dude. He cares about his people. He cares about the people that he works for, that he helps, and we try to help a lot of people. And it's bit me in the tail quite a few times, trying to do more over the top for people. And people say you go above and beyond. Like when I told my wife I had to go to the airport to pick you up, right? And she was like, "You talking about Jim, the one that you've been doing all these shows with?" I'm like, "Yeah, him, the one we're doing this for like the last few years now, and I always popping on the shows." She's like, "It's just so awesome, babe, because you always try to go above and beyond." And I do. I try to do the extra stuff because I know it's going to come back to us. And what's cool to me is eventually we're going to be known as one of the top teams in the country. We will, because of the atmosphere. And the people get on there and talk. I mean, it's bigger than, and we talked about that when we first started, right, Jeff?
Yeah, exactly.
It's bigger than these people don't even have no clue what's coming yet.
Yeah.
Well, the thing
is
I know there's NAL people watching, especially from Omaha and Sioux City. They're looking at Wheeling and go, oh, they're just a small fan base. Their fan base is a little snippy too.
Oh yeah,
here in Wheeling, they were jumping all over poor Jeff here last home game because QB1 Grant Russell decided to go on a honeymoon to Hawaii, and the fans are just livid. Like, how dare you go to Hawaii?
Yeah,
social was blowing up.
So
right?
they're going to have,
and we ribbed them. We ribbed them a little bit tonight.
Yeah, you forgot to put the Hawaii stuff on the board.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Hopefully he didn't get too mad.
We need to get him a lei for tomorrow. He can wear it.
I'm gonna find him one. I'm gonna find him a lei, and he's wearing that junk on his intros.
Is there a Party City somewhere?
He is wearing that junk during his intros for sure. We will make sure that happens.
I know how you said that you're not a people person, but with that, get your tickets for tomorrow night.
Yeah, yeah. I don't like cats either. I got a cat at the house, and I can't stand the dang thing. And it's fat and lazy too.
Stray dogs.
No comment from me.
I mean, I really do. I got a cat. Her name's Raider. I named her Raider. I didn't know it was a girl when I named it Raider. Then found out because it was a kitty. You know, I'm not a cat person, right? So then I found out it was a female. I was like, Raider's still cool. Raider's still cool.
Is that because you're also a Las Vegas Raider or Oakland Raider fan?
Yeah, that's my team.
Or were they in LA when you became a fan of them? They've moved around like crazy over the last.
I couldn't even tell you. I started out as a Seahawks fan.
Well, you're a West Coast
little,
boy.
Little. I was born in Tacoma, Washington, though.
So,
I was born in Tacoma, Washington.
Okay.
Moved to California, 4th grade, going into 5th grade, and then was in California ever since. But then when I went to California, I became a 49ers fan. Steve Young days.
Okay.
And then when Steve Young was done with them, then I went on to the Raiders. But I've always liked the Raiders, though. Marcus Allen, Bo Jackson, those guys. I remember watching a game when Bo Jackson ran through the Boz.
Yeah.
So that's, so I've been around a little bit. I'm still a baby, though. I'm only 43 years old, but that's still all of our team guys. They don't know that stuff. All of our players, they didn't see that stuff.
The furthest I remember the Raiders, they were always a bad organization. And they've had snips that, every few years. A couple years ago, they were toying with the playoffs and great.
It's been since 2002. I'll tell you exactly when I was sitting on my friend's living room floor when we were watching the Super Bowl, and we had a really good season. And
what was the game when they
were? It was Rich Gannon's worst game of his ever career. That I used to like that dude until that game because he threw like 3 picks to the air. Like there was no one there. And he threw him
Jackson,
to,
right?
Barber. I think that was his name. One of the brothers. Yeah.
Well, it was Jackson, Brooks, and Barber.
Like,
that was a
dude,
loaded tech. Oh,
like, I was
Tampa Bay
mad.
team.
That just pissed me off. And my friend happened to be a Buccaneers fan. I'm like, really, you're a Buccaneers
Yeah.
fan? Really, you're a Buccaneers fan?
Well,
Okay.
as the Jaguar fan,
But that,
here-
but I don't want to interrupt you real quick. But Gruden was with the Raiders before that, and then he was with the Buccaneers
and won the championship.
Yeah.
Well, he won the
playbook.
championship off of Tony Dungy's players.
It doesn't.
Yeah,
It
absolutely.
doesn't matter.
That's my opinion.
I know, but he still won. Did Dungy win the championship?
No,
Exactly.
good point. Good point. Well, I'm a
Which
Jaguar fan.
Yeah,
so
I'm arguing with you like you gave him crap. You're a Jaguar.
I'm a
too.
Jaguar fan. I'm just happy to make the playoffs. We're that team that gives us like, hi, happy to be here. Yeah, that's us here in Jack, or me and Jack. But man, I just wanted to admit to the people here in Willing, and especially this area, the Ohio Valley, there's a lot of red and black everywhere. Like everywhere. Like you guys are dedicated to the Pittsburgh organizations down the street. And I know Willing's a small Ohio Valley here in West Virginia. Is there any attempt to try to get fans from Pittsburgh to come?
Yeah, we actually have season ticket holders from Pittsburgh.
Because I know the Nailers are the farm team of the Penguins. So
Yeah.
I was like,
So
that'd be a market to.
there's actually a group of original Pittsburgh Power fans that come to all the games.
Original Pittsburgh Power. Fans.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Yes.
the old Chris Siegfried and
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tommy
they were
Grady days.
actually. It was I cannot remember her name. She's probably gonna slap the crap out of me when she sees me because she's like that. She's your Pittsburgh woman. Like
She knows her sports.
yeah. But she was part of the help run the fan group for them with the Power.
The co-host of the Sharks podcast I do is a diehard Steeler fan. If I didn't mention Bob Book, because he's a Steeler fan, because the first thing he said, you land to Pittsburgh, you're gonna see all the great history. I'm like, well, break the news. Everything's under construction here, so like there's a lot of history, but everything's under construction. But I just want to say again, Coach, due to time, because we had the event and they're closing at 9, we want to get this show in because we promised to give you the guys a show. We'll be back on tomorrow. I don't know what time.
I don't know, but I'm gonna be on at some point. We were doing a little media thing in the morning at 10, but we ain't doing that anymore. I know
So-
you're watching Peach State Cats. I told your coach, Coach Moreland, that we'll bring a couple players to the arena tomorrow. Screw y'all. We ain't doing it. Y'all were supposed to be here tonight. We were going to feed you everything, kind of show you what it's like to be in a championship game because, this is what we're supposed to do. So for some of you, this will probably be the only chance you have to do that. I'm telling you right now. I know you're watching because you're going to watch. You watch all of our stuff. You guys are haters.
Oh, where's our clip?
So,
Oh,
so you got a clip.
Damn it.
But, you can say it's
I do have a clip, but it's for
locker
inside-
room material or poster board material or chalkboard, whatever the heck they say, whatever you call it. I don't care. It doesn't
it's
matter.
uploading. Just wait a second, Coach.
All right, let's see.
This is me and Jeff's Inside the Walls podcast. We'll be doing a preview show tomorrow before the game. Just a little snippet, but you just said it. So I'm going to have to play it because I found this on TikTok or Twitter, whatever. Here it is.
This is a message to all the haters out there. If you don't like what I do, but you watch everything I'm doing, you're still a fan.
Did it play?
This is a message to all the haters out there. If you don't like what I do, but you watch everything I'm doing, you're still a fan.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. So I said that to one of my own fans before when I was in Carolina. There's a diehard fan. He's been there for for a little bit or whatever. And he's hollering. He's like, Coach Rez, you suck. And I'm like, yeah, but thank you for your money because you bought a ticket. I mean, at the end of the day, you don't have to like me, but thank you for paying for a ticket. Thank you very much.
well, people. One thing I know is we have over 60 views here, so I can,
Nice.
I can take more shots at the other mall league. I think we have more people watching this stream than there's people in attendance in that building right now.
Yeah.
And I know we may offend some of you guys throughout the season, but I'm just going to tell you the truth. If I know something, Rez knows something, and it actually physically is shown,
Mhm.
we're still considered haters and non-believers, but yet we get proven right every single
Mhm.
week. The reason why I found that clip, I said, "Oh, that'd be awesome," is because if they didn't like us, there's some shows that they have. I guarantee there's shows that you watch that you can't stand. You don't watch it because you don't give them ratings. I don't watch any of their stuff. but they watch all of our stuff. So with that, we got like 6 minutes left. So
Okay.
um,
Yeah. So I just want to touch back on
Tickets.
tickets is important. But touch on with Peach State not showing up tonight.
go. You have
So,
the con.
I talked to their coach or owner, let them know that what we were doing when they were coming in to make sure they were even going to be here in time, because our weekend warriors don't really, they got to go be at work on Sunday, so someone got to get back in time to be at work on Sunday. They were going to be here Friday morning because they left last night, so they were going to be here in time to be here tonight.
Did they drive up or fly up?
They drove up. They all probably took their own cars or took a van or something like that, because that's what us developmental teams do. We do take a coach bus to our games, but
I was flown up here, so
yeah, we flew you up.
Yeah,
the developmental team.
Yeah, good flight, nonstop from Jackson.
But anyways, we were providing enough food for everyone, for the players, both teams. If there's significant other game, like we were prepared for the whole deal, to make it a big deal, because when you go to a championship game function, you have it's a couple day thing, and you got a lot of stuff going on, and it's a fun time. It's a reward for making it to this point, no matter what league you're in or whatever. It doesn't matter. So it pissed me off that I had prepared for them to be here, and they knew
a lot of food here that was left,
and they knew it, and then they knew they were part of it. And now people are going to say, "Oh, it's the away team. Why are you guys?" Well, it's because that's what we do. It's the moment.
The NAL does it,
huh?
AJ was here.
Yeah, AJ, and then we're here. You think it don't tear them up and burn their soul that they're not playing in this game? Absolutely, because they're competitors.
The coach that you beat 2 weeks ago is here.
Yeah, but he's here for a bigger purpose, because he's in it for the right reasons.
Correct.
For the league. And I do want to say, forget about Peach State. We'll talk about them tomorrow. We'll see them on the field at 7 o'clock. I don't care. Pre-game warm-ups, your itinerary will be in the locker room, and your team warm-up starts at 5:50, just so you know, and then we can talk then. But anyways, the AAL2 gave us a great platform for us to build our base and get our business in order to do the things we want to do coming up. And the NAL, I wouldn't say the NAL was always the league we were going to go to, but it was the NAL IFL type of where we were going. And I had to provide all of this in a function for our ownership to see why we can do this.
You're run like an NAL team.
And from top to bottom.
Correct.
Left to right. Broadcast, everything. Dance team.
You have a owner from an established franchise in NAL. It's like, you're running this thing the right way. And that's Ricky Burks. Yeah.
And we're excited for him. And I appreciate the kind words that he gives us. And because he sees it. We were joking about his coaches only coach and all that stuff, right? And they don't do a lot of extra stuff, and they don't, but that's okay. Not every coach in America in this game that does what we do does all the business and the coaching and all that stuff.
True.
It just doesn't happen.
Well, he's a master at it,
right? And he loves that stuff. So when he's able to see other people enjoy the passion that he has and loves it just as much as him. Oh, and by the way, he's coaching too. It's cool to see that. When you get to see all the stuff that's happening, and then the game happens, and by the way, we're winning games too, so we're successful. We're good with that. But
Nos is the same way in San Antonio.
Yeah,
coaches, and he's the one that's going at store to store, business to business, getting sponsors. And he's everything. Plus, San Antonio is also a different run organization too.
Yeah.
So
and he does this full time. There's some of us that do this full time out there. You got your Les Mosses does it full time. You got Keith does it full time, those guys, and we're all getting taken care of because we're full time. Anyways, I can't wait till tomorrow because there's been a lot of trash talk. It pissed me off that they didn't come, and so our players and fans, and first as soon as I said anything about it, they're all boo. The families boo. The parents are boo. So. It's going to be rocking tomorrow night. It's going to be much louder than they're used to being in an indoor soccer facility. So we're ready to go. This is these bums no show dinner. That's right. They didn't come to dinner. But anyways, they
it was
probably
a good spread. It was tacos.
Yeah, they're probably
nachos.
They were probably thought they were being cool, or something. But whatever. I don't care.
You
It's
diss
over with.
dinner, get the beat down.
It's over with. It's done. You know,
You're gonna have a quarterback doing the Samoa dance.
Grant's back from Hawaii, so that'll be a.
What would you
I can't
say?
wait. I can't wait because they played Carolina. In my opinion, Carolina wasn't very good. You know, their coaching was okay. Coach Negron did everything he could, but he didn't have a lot of support around him.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't very familiar with the indoor game, and Peach State got killed. Not killed. Killed.
They had a lot of reserve
You guys, I had to say killed because they're
Killed.
from Atlanta, so
Yeah.
it's more towards their lingo. Make sure they understand.
Well, you're from the Greensboro area.
And then, yeah, well, I'm in that neck of the woods, so I know.
you know their language.
I know. I'm in that neck of the woods.
I'm afraid if I say y'all up here, and they'll be like, "What the hell are you talking
Oh,
about?"
I've got looked at a couple times from because my
So I
wife.
have to say you
my
guys
wife
up
is the North Carolina chick.
Indians, buddy. It's Pittsburgh.
My wife is the North Carolina chick, so that's been
Yeah.
stuck on me for being here, being married for 20 years. So I get the y'all every so often. You know? But I still the yins. The yins.
Well, you were in the Cape just last week. I guarantee you got used guys a lot.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, "What the heck are you talking about?"
Yeah,
It's y'all.
Yeah. Who else did they play?
They
Corpus
played.
Christi.
They play Corpus Christi.
Columbus.
They got smashed by Columbus.
Yeah, mud stomped.
Yes.
That's what they say in Georgia. They're used to that because they're from Atlanta area too.
Yeah.
Georgia.
Well-
Columbus is an hour and a half. So
Hour and a half, 2 hours.
Fort Benning area. It's not called Fort Benning no more. I don't know what the hell it's called. The Army did their thing, changing their forts to all
not-
this.
yeah.
Marine Corps didn't do that stuff. Still Camp Lejeune. But anyways,
Nobody's safe tonight.
no, but I mean, Peach State, their main claim right now is that they played,
3 NAL teams, and they lost all three games.
three NAL or only one because Carolina.
technically third tomorrow.
Well,
When the clock hits triple zeros
Oh, yeah.
tomorrow, you're an NAL.
technically.
franchise.
Oh, we are. Yeah. So okay. Yeah. For sure. I mean,
I know that
Mud-
because me and Jeff are
the way
hosts of
the way I
Inside Lost podcast.
came up from California, it's not even called mud stomp. To what it is.
When Cali
No, we don't say mud stomp.
curb stomp.
Curb stomp. That's even worse. Curb stomp's even worse. And I don't even care. I don't care. They get mad. I'm talking junk. I am. Who cares?
So you're telling me we're gonna have another pregame like we had last pregame, where
No,
you and I are gonna be
that-
standing in
no.
midfield.
They got a certain time they're allowed to be on the field, so they'll adhere to the schedule.
Don't be firing shots on Army. But you're right though.
That's Matt.
I'm a U.S. Navy brat. My father served in the U.S. Navy. And that's Jacksonville area. So
Okay, that's funny. But he's right. See, we're right. Who's it? It's actually like I am. I hate everyone until I get to know you, then I judge. It already takes you screws down. That's right, Sean. Exactly.
I did
And
the one
that's-
thing.
That's how it is when you get to know me. You know it's cool, right?
What's strange is the first time when I started the little story. I hope he may not be watching this, but it might eventually get to him. We got a certain quarterback on the show when we first started, that quarterback was like, "You got to get Coach Rez on," and I'm like, "Man, I've heard some bad things about Coach Rez," and he's like, "What do you hear about Coach Rez?" And I told him, he's like, "Yeah, you don't know Coach Rez." I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "I'll go
Who
on
was the
show
quarterback?
interview. I'll go on show interview." A couple of weeks later, he goes, "Hey, we want to get this Zach him back on the show," and you chime. It's like, "Let's get both of us on." It's like, okay, and it was Jonathan Bay and you, and that's when we started talking. I'm like, "Oh yeah, where's all this BS coming from Coach Rez?" Because everything I've heard from Coach Rez, well, the people that have talked about you are either A, no longer coaching, or B, every organization they've gone to, it ceased to exist.
Mhm.
And Bain basically just said he's genuine. He says what it is. He doesn't hold anything back. He doesn't sugarcoat it. You want a real truth about something? Coach Rez is that type of guy. And I've talked to a lot of coaches in this industry and GMs. They'll tell you something in your face,
Mhm.
and they will backstab you faster than a 99-mile-an-hour fastball inside on you.
Mhm.
And a couple of these organizations I covered in the NAL just last year.
Yeah.
If you watched my shows over the last couple of weeks.
Bain don't like me now.
Well, I didn't know that.
Now, I mean, after
Well, this band's when he was in Carolina with you.
Yeah, I know. He was mad at me when we were in Carolina at the end. Anyway, that's a whole nother show. That's a whole nother. And look, I still love the kid. I mean, he's a competitor. You know, he got mad when he got hurt. I can't help that he got hurt. You know, and
we don't need to relive that championship game.
Yeah, no. But when the biggest thing that pissed everyone off when Grady came to the Cobras, he had a relationship with Rob, right? So, I mean, Rob's going to have him come play.
I completely forget he played in Carolina.
He was like in the quarter. He got hurt in the main game. Like we would have smashed Columbus. I mean, if we had the Grady that was supposed to be Grady, and then he I don't know. But look at
was that Columbus when Mason came back?
Panasuk though struggled when he come play for us in the playoff game. I would have never thought that he would have struggled. But I don't know what was wrong. Maybe it was pressure. Maybe he felt like he wanted to make sure that he didn't mess
Maybe
up.
it's his first game in how many years?
True. But still, it's the same thing.
How many indoor quarterbacks take a year off, year or 2 years off, and jump in and look like they never missed a beat?
Grant Russell.
Very, very. Well, Grant Russell had a training camp.
That's a little different though. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
I could say right now, Caleb Barker of Jacksonville had one practice, then threw for had 230 total yards, 5 touchdowns in his first game. That's very rare to do, because we've seen Rez has coached against a couple of quarterbacks in this league that will never sniff an NAL team or an AFL or definitely IFL. Oh, this is Matt Clark.
Oh, that's cool. Appreciate you, Matt.
But yeah, I just wanted we forgot to get the Grant Russell number. We still got 2 more days to do it.
Yeah, I saw the lights flickering on us too, I think. So.
Oh yeah, we're way past. But then again, this is inside. Well, it's Inside the Walls Network, and we have a tradition here that keeps on going. We either start 15 minutes late.
Yeah.
And they're still serving drinks at the bar. So
are they?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you said they closed at 9.
He told me he closed at 9, but he's serving drinks. I'm literally watching him serving drinks right now.
Maybe he's like, well, these idiots over here. We might as well make another couple bucks.
Well, are they? They are your partner, right? Sponsor?
Yeah.
What are they going to do? Tell you to kick you
they're
out?
cool. They're cool.
I'll be rocking in here tomorrow night.
But if you ever been in the restaurant business, these people are probably waiting to go home too. So.
Yeah, I worked at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
That's one of my first jobs. So yeah.
But I really feel some type of way though when I go to a fast food place and they close within like the 40 minutes or so, or within an hour.
No, it's when they order stuff with 1 minute left, and you have all the machines shut down. Like, can I get fresh this? And you're like, geez, please. Yeah. I've had those moments.
Well, it seems like we had a lot of comments, and we appreciate you guys tuning in.
Over 70,
appreciate y'all checking in on us, and it's a good time.
Time we need to look at.
Championship game's going to be bumping tomorrow, so we're
on a Saturday though.
Yeah, well, that's probably why it's a Saturday. That's true. Not used to the Wednesday numbers. We got a good amount
Friday.
of people.
It's Friday.
Friday. Yeah, it's Friday.
Saturday. Friday.
If it was Saturday, we'd be missing the game right now. Like Peach State missed dinner tonight.
Technically, the game could be over by now. If Grant throws for, what he say, 10 touch?
Keith Lewis. It's going to be intense tomorrow, but the cream of the crop always rise to the top. That sounds like something a Peach State fan would say, but if he's one of our fans, you're dang right it'll rise to the top.
Or he's talking about him. Yeah.
If he's one of us, then you're right. If he's a Peach State dude, you're still hungry tonight.
Where does Peach State even play?
Where do they play?
They only travel, do they? All the time I've seen Peach State this season.
I can't remember what it's called, but their turf's red and black, and it's got a like a gorilla in the part of the logo. I can't remember what it's called because it wasn't too far where I was at with the Havoc in Buford.
Okay.
Because they're not actually in Atlanta; they're on the outskirts somewhere.
Well, if you lived in Georgia, the outskirts are freaking Macon and Columbus. you start catching Atlanta traffic, literally. Yeah. Technology.
Oh, yep. I thought that might have been him. Yeah, you're right. The cream rises to the top. Peach State's at home. They went hungry tonight. That's good. We're going to keep saying that because they ain't winning a championship either tomorrow.
Yeah.
At least they're in it. At least they made it. We could have been playing Waco.
The Tornadoes.
We could have been playing Waco.
Tornadoes.
Wake up. Tornadoes. The other team.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
No.
the Cows.
No.
He was like, don't want to talk about the Tallahassee team. That's not
Best
even in
defense
there.
the league, right? That's what I was.
It was.
Yeah. And then they allowed 30 points in a championship game.
Yeah, it
Was
was
it 33-2?
it
or
was an
something like that?
offensive massacre by Peach State.
Hey, you know what they say about a good defense? If you don't have offense, you ain't going to win.
Defense wins championships, though. Peach, let's say Peach State will be pilled tomorrow night. Yeah.
Yeah, keep blue. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that. All the Zay's family chiming in.
Mhm.
Which congrats to him. He got defensive lineman of the year for us.
Uh,
Pretty
Oh,
solid.
Yeah, there were also secondary.
But all the
awards.
defensive linemen were cheering him on.
True.
Like happy for him. One O lineman won the award, and the other O lineman were giving him crap because
That's an old lineman thing.
I'm like, look, guys, we just flipped a coin for who was going to win offensive lineman. They're all good. I hate giving awards, period. But it's cool for those guys to be recognized. And
I played offensive lineman in high school, and the person who won the offensive lineman player of the year, I think only played like 4 games out of 9 games of the season. And I'm like, how the heck did you win the offensive player of the year? And he's like, well, he was like 99% of his on his assignments. I'm like, well, there's a reason why. I never saw the field, so I rather play defense. Or my concussions always got in the way.
Well, I can't wait till tomorrow.
That no show is really getting to you.
It is, because I was trying to include everybody and make it a big deal for everyone. So it must not be a big deal for them to be here.
Well,
It probably took all the funds they had left to get here. Maybe. And they were probably tired from the long drive. Everyone that drove was tired, so they all had to get some rest.
I know organizations that drove 22 hours a couple years ago.
Individually, though?
Did they go individually though?
Some of them, yeah.
No, I was thinking of San Antonio a couple years ago. Was it?
They were on a bus, though.
together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But still, 22 hours on the bus sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I just feel some type of way about it, though. I'm pissed.
So
we're
let's just
going to
say,
take it out on them.
so let's just say this: me and Jeff need to be standby for some action photos because you get some good photos when you're ticked on.
Oh,
the
yeah. You
field.
saw all the referee looks.
I told you, best rivalry all season.
I sent that picture to Jeff with the refs, and he said they were all laughing about it, too. They thought it was awesome. They look forward to that stuff, too. They have a good time with it.
Yeah.
They know when they make a bad call.
They know
They
when
know.
to make a bad call. It's not like in the IFL where the actual head official would make a YouTube series bashing their refs.
Sometimes our owner Chris was like, "Damn, we pay these guys for that." Talking about the refs, Chris. Talking about the referees.
And the owner's right
He's
here.
like, we gotta pay them for this crap. Oh, but anyways, let's get this wrapped up. We got people to do, things to see.
I don't. As the turntable.
Yeah, I'm coming home, babe.
What was that? No, tomorrow. They play in Des Moines tomorrow night.
So
Yeah, a lot of
we
games.
appreciate it, everybody.
70 people.
Hurry back
in
to the hotel, you sexy man. See? Thought I was joking. Everyone thought this guy's crazy. This guy's running his mouth. Love you, babe.
We got to go.
I think that is the cue there, ladies and gentlemen. Well, again, tickets to the people here in Willing better be in the arena tomorrow. If not, come and see me because I'll be in the arena tomorrow. I'm here live. This is the first time we're doing it live. Me and Jeff are already planning on the next time we're trying to do this.
Yeah, it won't be the last.
It definitely won't be the last.
Let's try to make this an annual thing.
We can.
That'd be pretty cool.
I may drive next time because I can. If I drive, I stay longer. So,
Yeah.
There you go.
But yeah, of course, keep an eye on that.
But you know that if it's an annual thing, that means we may possibly could be in the championship game again in the NAL. That's always the goal. I'm not talking outside of my head because it's always the goal to make it, to be in the championship game and to win it.
So
Every team.
you're saying that we're going to be hosting the championship game here?
It would be nice.
It'd be nice. Who do you think
be
will be
nice.
against Omaha?
I'd like to be.
Okay.
I hope they go undefeated all year, and then we get to beat them in the championship game.
Dream scenario. Said it right now.
Since Matt's watching, we throw one out there for you too. Nobody's safe. Just remember, no one's safe.
No one's safe. And what's tough is that.
But you know what? I didn't realize that Ricky talks probably more crap than I do. So
yeah,
he can give it. So if don't talk crap to Ricky unless you're ready to take it back.
You know who's a quiet trash talker in the NAL?
Who, haircut guy?
No.
Or in the ground.
Everyone's taking strays tonight. Coach Shaw in Colorado.
You said what he does? What now?
He talks a lot.
Oh yeah,
of
he
smack,
gets you.
But
he's one of those ones. All right, so he's tactful. I learned that word in the Marine Corps. Tactful.
He draws you in like being all nice, and
where you're the staff sergeant
good
or whatever,
guy,
right? You're the staff NCO, and you got to talk to him a certain way as the NCO.
Yeah.
And by the time you walk away, and that staff NCO realizes, did he just say that to me? he did, but by the time you figured it out, he's already gone. Coach Shaw's that way. He will get under your skin and then walk away, and then you're so pissed when he's walking away, you can't say anything because he ain't gonna hear you. But then he glances back, looks at you, and gives you that look. Like
last year, true story. Last year, when San Antonio beat Jacksonville in Jacksonville, my seats were by the San Antonio bench, and he ran back at me. He's like, "You like that? You like?" I think Pearson kicked the field goal, won the game, and he was just like looking at me and not really cussing at me, but just like yelling at me. It's like shut up, blah blah blah. And when I interviewed him later in the year on Inside the Walls, he goes, "That was you?" I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Had no idea." He goes, "I'm just used to seeing your face on screen. I don't see you in person." And he's like, "I didn't mean anything bad." And I was like, "It's in the moment. You just beat the Sharks in Jacksonville."
Oh, there's your first bulletin board.
There it is.
He screwed Omaha. Matt Clark has screwed you up. Undefeated all year means you're coming to Omaha. Repeat. Not if we don't play you and we go undefeated too.
But technically, it's only back to back because that's on back to back NAL titles.
True.
CIF is a different league,
mm-hmm.
So
CIF don't count.
Exactly. It's like the Arena Mall Bowl, wherever they're calling the asterisk.
All right, we're gonna go left. We need to let's go. Facts. You're right. Yeah.
So it's back to back, but still, Matt Patton. That's Matt Clark. He's a part of the Omaha organization. Again, they're a organization I have so much respect for. They, especially Ricky and our subgroup, trust me to do a show for the league, and I'm honored to do everything. Jeff is on the show now. Tomorrow we'll be doing a Inside the Walls pregame for the minors. Just minors only. We're not talking about Peach State. We're talking about the minors. We're going to have Mason on. We're going to get Grant Russell on before the game and talk about the game. But it's so awesome that you brought me up here. It's so awesome that me, Jeff, and Matt Patton, if he's watching, get the opportunity to cover you on 2 shows. Mm-hmm. So I get to cover you all next year. So, and for the people who are watching, you wonder, the NAL, what's going on? Some good stuff is coming down, and I wish I can say something. But I can't. But I'm really excited. Meet Jeff. Jeff's taking over our TikTok, so Inside the Walls on TikTok. You can follow us. He's taking it over. I'm not into that tiki-talkie thing. I like watching them. I don't know how to make them.
Mm-hmm.
There for a week, and I get a job already.
Not even a week. It was like a day. It's like, you know how to do TikTok? Yet hired. But again, Coach, and Duffy, wherever he's over there drinking with the other groaners, you don't know how much I appreciate you living up to a promise you said early in the season. Like, we're going to bring you up here for the championship game. I was like, I've heard this charade before. It's not going to happen. Then 2 weeks ago, it's Friday night, flying up here good. Like, oh, yeah, hell yeah. So it's been an honor. It'll be exciting tomorrow. I want to say I appreciate what you've done for me with this podcast and what I've had. Hopefully, even though we've had some dumb moments, had a question: is this show going away? No, it's not going away. I just want to say thank you for bringing me up. And this is not mine. I do not drink if I have family watching. This is Coach Rez's stuff.
It was a gift. It's got a bow on it.
Yeah.
It's got a bow on it. It's it's a nice paperweight.
Yeah, I don't drink. So, again, Jeff, your dedication. I remember having conversations with the commissioner of the National Arena League. He says, "What's your thoughts about the NAL or about Mick Willing?" That's like best broadcast crew, I think, in the industry. They put a lot of teams in this industry into shame, and you only been around at that time a week, maybe 2 weeks. And I said, they're doing it right. And Ricky, and all of a sudden, you mentioned to me, it's like, hey, there's something in the works, probably. We'll see what happens. And was it 2 weeks ago when the announcement was made 2 weeks ago? Or was it last week?
Yeah, it was the day before the championship or the playoff game.
So 2 weeks ago.
Friday the 21st.
And when the announcement made, I was like, I'm excited for you guys because the NAL gets bad rap. But yes, the new ownership, or especially Ricky and Todd Walking Horse.
But it was warranted though. There was a lot of bonehead stuff sometimes.
Oh yeah.
And I was in it.
bonehead
I was in
stuff.
the league, and I can say that. So I lived it. I mean,
I'm just looking forward to the Golden Cheers Bowl.
yeah. I've heard a couple people recently talk about how they didn't think Todd might not be a good commissioner and whatnot. And I'm like,
Dude
so
knows
far
his-
he's got my vote.
Uh,
A little bit that I've known and seen. I mean, it's far,
being the guy who's worked for the Seattle Seahawks.
I don't want to, I have respect for Siegfried, from a coaching standpoint. But Todd has a chance to make the NAL what the vision was supposed to be from the get-go. And he gets a chance to make it that way. And it's
And-
awesome. But also, Ricky would be the first to tell you, it's all about the partners of the teams that make it happen.
Correct.
So that's what I like about the main leagues that do that, like the IFL and the NAL. It's the teams that make the league, and the commissioner works their tail off to make sure it's what it is.
And the name itself, national, means it's coast to coast. So far, we're semi coast to coast. You have a partner here in Carolina. That's what, 11-hour drive, maybe 10-hour drive
To Carolina?
to Greensboro. 5 hours?
6.5.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm over exaggerating the distance there.
Yeah.
I think that's the distance from here to Jacksonville, 11 hours.
Yeah.
For the future of the National Arena League and Willing, just keep an eye on Inside the Walls podcast, Inside the Walls Network. A lot of good things coming. And if Jeff says it or I say it, there's a reason behind it. Because we have connections, and one of them is sitting over to the very far left. Just be on standby. Some good things coming. Something that what you mentioned, what Chris should have done years ago, and really never happened. Chris is a decent guy. I just didn't think.
But it's the first time overall people put their egos to the side, and
correct.
You don't always have to be in charge to be in charge.
Correct.
Let that sink in. You don't always have to be in charge to be in charge.
But I do know one thing. Before we go to the National Arena League, we have a championship to win.
Game. Get your tickets. West Banco Arena. Go WVMiners.com. Box office opens, I think, tomorrow about 2 o'clock. Something
Is
like
the
that.
YouTube link up already?
It should be.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it should be. Get your tickets. Let's pack it. Let's have a good crowd. Be rocking. Peach State ain't gonna know what happened. Ninth man. This is a true ninth man here. It's awesome.
So with that, I guarantee they're trying to get us out of here.
Yeah, they're waving like
And I got some food to eat on my end. But to the fans who have watched us throughout the whole season, much love, much respect. I know you like our antics that we do sometimes. Might be a little bit too crazy at times. But like with that little video we played, we have haters. And the reason why we have haters because they secretly are fans.
Yeah.
They
are.
have to watch us because we drop nuggets constantly. And without our haters, we're not here either.
Yeah.
So, any final words there, Coach?
I hope Peach State found some food tonight.
Well, there's some
I
good
feel
rest-
bad. I do feel bad that they didn't get a chance to eat.
Oh,
But whatever.
Jeff?
I genuinely do care.
just excited for tomorrow. Excited for a championship game. Exciting to see the Valley see a championship game again here in Wheeling. So it should be exciting. Like Coach Red said, get your tickets. The only way to experience fully is to see it in person.
And are we going to give a Tony Romo moment again, like you did your last game?
I'll try.
You
Give it a
predicted
shot.
the play on
I
like
did.
We'll try to create something for you so you can be ready, so you can have it.
There you go. Look
Yeah.
at that.
I like I do like Terrell Owens. He's a heck of a player. I like him. You know, being a 49ers fan, right?
Yeah.
Get your popcorn ready.
Oh, I was going to say.
I was waiting for that's my quarterback.
No, I was waiting for him to say, that's my broadcaster. That's Coach Rez, that's Jeff, and I am Jim. This has been episode 20, and I don't know what the name of the title. Peach State No Show? Is that what it was?
Episode number 20, Team Awards Banquet, Peach State No Show.
So with that, get to the arena tomorrow. We'll be there, and we'll have a show for you tomorrow. So with that, be safe, be well, and I don't want to say it. Just be at the arena. Hope you're at the arena. We'll see you tomorrow night.